Try this 3-minute thought experiment if you struggle with self-defeating ideas, feelings, or habits that you'd really like to change. First, put your hand out in front of you, palm up. And then think of something that you either think, feel, or do repeatedly but wish you didn't. Some examples here. Take a moment to think if you want to, but when you have it, imagine that that part is sitting on your hand and then consider this question. If you could see the part of your personality that makes you think, feel, or do that thing, what would it look like? Is it large or small? Is it dark or light? Is it humanoid, animal-like, or inanimate? I call these parts of the personality monsters, but they don't have to look like monsters. For some people, it's a version of themselves or someone else from their life. Sometimes it's a little devil or goblin-like creature, but most often it's way less defined than those things. We see a dark cloud or an amorphous blob of slime. Interestingly, if you ask people that same question about a favourable part of the personality, they find it much easier to come up with a metaphor. That's not the case with our monsters because we don't want to see this part of the personality, we want to obliterate it. But just because that's what we want doesn't make it an effective strategy. Look at your hand again. Without knowing who you are or what you're thinking of, I am 100% certain that that part of your personality does whatever it does with good intentions. It's trying in some way to save you from something. Monsters are always about protection. The issue that you have is with its strategy, not its goal. And this is why fighting, silencing, or denying our monsters doesn't work. You can't get rid of a part of the personality, it's just not possible. But you can upgrade unconscious programs. You can essentially teach your monster new and better ways to achieve whatever it's trying to achieve. But in order to do that, you have to connect with it. You have to help it to feel safe and start trusting you to take the lead. Sounds hopelessly abstract, right? But that's where this little exercise comes in. These are examples of some monsters that people have sent me over the years, and this playful little metaphorical game can be powerful in so many different ways. By giving your monster a form, you can help the issue to feel contained and literally handleable. And it gives you a way to notice how your feelings about this part of your life change, because your visualization will probably change too. Just moving myself over here so you can see the box of excuses in this one, which I absolutely love. By giving your monster a name, you create a way to identify and humanize it, making it easier to remember the needs behind the choices, and making your monster into a vehicle for self-acceptance at the most challenging times. And by giving it a voice, you make it possible to strike up a dialogue when it looms too large, giving you a way to practice healthy, empowering self-talk rather than just giving in to the negative stories. And this might all sound silly to you, and in a way it is, but when it comes to dealing with the darkest, most frightening, shameful parts of the personality, silly can be a really good thing. So take a look at your hand again. What do you see there right now? Make a note of it, draw it if you like, or turn it into an amazing GIF like this one, and answer these last 3 questions to take a deeper dive. Because that part of your personality might seem like a pest right now, but if you befriend it, I guarantee you, things can change.